Hey, welcome everybody. We are jumping into another mod showcase. Today, we are going to look at RamTech AI, the Prologue. I believe it's what it's called, the Prologue. I don't know if it goes much further than that, but I know that as far as it goes. So, for now, right? I know they're continually working on things and stuff, so we'll see that. So, as you can see, we are on Neon, and we are currently on Neon with Jasmine Brooks, I believe is her name. Let's learn a little bit about her and also figure out what's going on with the clipping. So, we'll look at what she's wearing right now. In truth, let's see, she's got the Crimson Fleet jacket, which is going to cause clipping. I think at the moment we should just put her in that. Let's get rid of the belt. Might not need to get rid of the gloves. I don't see where that's causing any issue. And the vest as well. And then we can leave the hat on for now. So when we come out of this, there should be much less clipping. All right, so what we have, and then we were supposed to show you anyway, Grace Brooks. Grace is her name, not Janice. But you can see she's Serpent's Embrace. Resourceful clothing is on influential clothing. And what that just means, those are mods that are put to the clothing, right? So her background, Hitman, years of striking your targets from the shadows is giving you the skills necessary to get in and out without being seen. 15% sneak damage. So she grew up worshiping the Great Serpent. Strong back and steadfast. Stubborn as they come. Usually get your way. Persuasion attempts have a 20% higher chance to succeed. So that is our character right now. She is over encumbered, but we should really look at just and she's got plenty of space on the ship to unload a bunch of things. Let's look. So these two, they don't weigh anything, so this weighs just very little, but it'll keep popping back into our inventory if we try to put it away. We don't have very strong weapons, so let's just go ahead and put anything that we don't have. Yeah, anything that we don't need or have or want. So the smuggler outfit, we're going to break that down eventually, or remove the mods basically. And then we can put that away. That looks cool, but I like the mantis one too, right? Smuggler we can put away for now. The mantis is a little bit better, so we'll put that on, and then we'll do that. The helmet. All right. Do we have a choice between the helmets? Oh, we definitely don't want that. All right. So, and then the apparel. I am partial to this outfit. Let me see, what is the other one got anything on it? It does not. It's 15. This one's 15. All right, so we're gonna put that on. Maybe we'll put that on as well. See, if we try to put the gloves on, we can't wear the outfit. So I'm gonna store that. Store those. That. That one is not for us. And we'll put I'm surprised if I'd be able to wear that. I'll leave that. I'll keep that though. And then a lot of the things you saw me putting away is because they clip. So, and then here's a big issue right now. And then since we're standing out here and we have the Prinia, I'm going to say that we've completed the Neon Smuggler warehouse quest already. And it looks like everything here. And then we need to check out the Trade Authority and see exactly if we can unload. Speaking of which, yeah, everything's good right now. We'll hit them up before we go to Sidonia. We need to go to Sidonia. Let's see what you got for sale. 4 vendor credits. It looks like we've already sold contraband to them. So before we leave, and this might have been what we were planning on doing from the jump anyway. Let's just take a look. And the bodies are still here. Yes, that was us. They had an issue with me wanting to get to my house. And I took offense. They obviously took offense. And in the end, their fence couldn't beat my fence. All right. We got 25 pounds of notes. What are we doing with 25 pounds of notes? All right, so we do have a storage unit right there. And in truth, for now, I'm just gonna get rid of all the notes we can. Not all of them we're gonna be able to get rid of. Some of them are actually, I think one in particular, I might be wrong. These might have all come from looting, and they did. So not a single one. All right, consume these items. I'm gonna hold on to everything above and then get rid of all, and then just store all this stuff until we can figure out a way to sell it. And then aid. Don't need that. Not sure if I need as many. Let's see. Paramore is a good thing to eventually have. Don't need that right now. Not going to need that right now. Don't need that, nor that. Do we have an emergency kits at all? All right. And then throwables. And then so all our weight really is in, okay. Nothing we can do there, but we see all our stuff is still there. Based on what we have and what we're wearing. All right, the gloves, right, are already, the hat, we haven't gotten anything, so, and then we do have O2 filter. Yeah, we don't have anything else that we could put on our stuff. Okay. Well, that's all about to change because we're about to do RamTech AI. So, yes, this is our player home that we get as a result of the Neon Smuggler quest, right? Quest mod. So I've already got a showcase out for that, showing exactly what it is. You get, not only do you get this, you also get this ship as a result. In all honesty, it is a little OP for when you're starting out, right? It is a little OP not drastically. There's, I won't say that you won't lose a battle, but it really is a formidable ship. Now, I have modded the crap out of it. I've exchanged the cargo bay. It had a 2x3 cargo bay in it. I've exchanged that for a 2x2 battle stations and a 2x1 workstation on the ship itself. You see these gray modules. I can't get to it, but there's some gray modules that run down down each side of the ship and down that middle portion in the aft part. Right? Those are actual cargo storages, discrete cargo storage. So when you look at our ship, it'll say shielded capacity, right? That's our discrete cargo. And so the ship already had 540 on it, but then I added 6 of those. Each one is 1,000 cargo, right? And it's all shielded cargo. And you get that by adding the mod in Dark Star Astrodynamics. And what that does is at the den, it puts a second ship technician there that you can go to, and you can have this stuff installed. And then if you manage to do it after you've joined Constellation and have gone down and found the computer in the basement of the lodge, you can actually there's a setting there that you can, it's a cheat that makes it 1%, 0.1% of the normal cost, right? So with the mod, I haven't taken it out yet, the Nestor economics mod, ship modifications are 3 times what they're worth. So each of these modules normally would be 9K credits, and now they're 27K a piece, which is why I don't have more on there. I could have done things to add more, but I can't afford it, right? Because I haven't joined Constellation, so I haven't been to the basement of the lodge, so I haven't set that cheat. So everything that I buy from the second ship technician is 3 times the normal cost, instead of 3 times what the cost would be with the prices being nerfed for anything from Dark Star. So that's what this mod showcase gets you. Not mod showcase, but that quest mod gets you. What we're gonna do, and then we didn't even have to go out the door. And then I didn't explain this fully. So Disciple Thug, right? There's a mod that's added here that's called Ebside is Dangerous. And then what it does, oh gosh. It adds in that element. They said, well, Ebside is supposed to be dangerous. It's supposed to be the criminal underbelly of Neon. It's supposed where if you go and walk around Ebside, you're supposed to kind of fear for your life. And as a matter of fact, I think I've already, there's still bodies down this way real quick here. So this is supposed to be more the commonplace, right? You see, this is the victim. This is a victim, and then these guys were looting her body when I ran into them. And then they had their own little disciple stash over here. And then, if I'm not mistaken, there used to be he's still there. Street rat right over there. Sometimes he has objections or takes, see, look at that, he's red over there. He gets a little offended that you're walking around in his territory and wants to cause some beef. And then, most of the time I just, I take him out of his own misery, right? Because obviously things are bad and he's miserable, and that's why he's being the way he's being. But so that is Ebside is dangerous, right? So when you running around either on this side or on the other side, you're going to run into disciples, syndicate, all kinds of things, and they will attack you. And it does get out of hand at times. It does. So I even though I came through here, I didn't need to, because we are now, and then it's just us, right? And then I just want to show you. So we did the original. I can go here. So what? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna see if it's still there. It's not there, and I think that is my fault. And normally I have Winter's roll your own start up, and what that does for you, it allows you to roll your own start, and you start in a different location, or you can start, and I believe this one might have started on Aquila. I don't remember. No, not on Aquila. But you can start out on Aquila with just a knife and your ship, the Frontier, and Hawk, right? Lean against it, so you can't actually access it. So you got to earn enough money to pay off the lien before you can even leave Aquila. And then you have, or you can just start a generic start, just floating, in your ship with 200 credits to your name, and you're, about to land on Jameson in New Atlantis. Or you can roll your start, and it puts you on this planet with the background, and it will, you start from there and you move on. And then one of the things you find is a news article, and it talks about Argos looking for is hiring. And then so you get this activity to go work at Argos. And I shut the mod off for one of my characters was going into new game. And then when you have new game, when you have Winters roll your own start and your character goes through the Unity, it starts a new game. It doesn't, they conflict. So I disabled it, but right now, and for us to actually start and go get the artifact and go to Constellation and everything, I have to re-enable it, so it's not there right now. So you see all the stuff that we have. So Back to the Grind is the Ryujin. You see the Ghost Quest is a loaded mod. Subaru, that's normal neon stuff, loose ends, neon. Trackers Alliance, right? So as you can see, there's nothing Constellation yet. These came off of the mission board in the hotel, and then failure to communicate because we were out and about. We got that signal, and then you can see accept a cargo mission from the mission board, and then visit the London landmark, right? So we don't have any actual Constellation missions. Nothing. And that probably won't come about until I re-enable the mod, or I fly to Jemison directly and walk into Constellation. Problem is, I don't have an artifact with me, and they don't have it either, or they shouldn't. So one of the things I'll have to look at is in the Narian system. I'm just going to look here. I'm not going there, but there's Crete, and then Vectera is over here. And then if I decide to go there, you see Argos Extractors Mining Outpost. So if I fly directly there and land, it might just go ahead and kick things off, and I don't need to re-enable the mod. That's something I can test, but I'm not going to test it here. Where we are going is Seoul. This is our first time in Seoul, so it's just going to take us directly, probably right outside Sidonia. And we're going to get scanned. And I couldn't remember if there was any contraband on the ship or not.
This is United Colonies.
So luckily there's not.
Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. Welcome to Mars. You are cleared to land at Sidonia.
All right, thanks. Now, I will tell you this. From what I understand and how I understand it, your chances of being detected, right? Contraband being detected on your ship is based on the weight of the total contraband you have against the amount of discrete storage you have, right? So if you have 1,000 storage, but you have like 940 weight of contraband, the chances of being discovered is going to be great. But the lower that is, the lower the amount of contraband you have, the lower the higher chances are to evade the scan, or lower your chances are to be discovered. So far though, like I've had it where I've had almost 10,000 cargo weight of discrete cargo, and only like maybe 100 kilograms of actual actually 100. Yeah, I think it goes by kilograms here. So 100 kilos of actual contraband. So very small amount of contraband compared to the amount of discrete cargo I had. And my maximum chance of evasion hasn't ever gone over 60. And I'm like, seriously? 60%. That's it. That's the most I've seen. So I think there's still always a chance that it's going to get discovered, no matter how little and how much cargo weight you can have. So it reduces it, but it won't reduce it to zero, is basically the point I'm trying to make. All right, so we're going to land in Sidonia. Now, this one isn't an extremely long quest mod. I mean, it can be long, depending on how long it takes you to figure it out. All right, and I've actually run through and not figured out in the beginning. So, all right, so we paid port dues, and did you see how much we paid? We paid 15 for, so almost somewhere between 15 and 16K in port dues. And that's not even based by the number of people I have on my ship, because I have 0 crew. So that is my ship, and it could be based on the value of I don't even know how it's based on the value of my ship. My ship isn't worth that much. Now, here's another thing though. You see, I have this one that we've commandeered. I don't think I have the rating yet, the pilot rating to fly this one. And then we have this one. And the Freestar Mustang. You see it says derelict in front. And then we got the Ecliptic Stiletto. So derelict in front means I found these just floating about in space. And then these ones, you just board them. And then once you get to the flight deck or the cockpit, you basically add them to your fleet. And then the stuff on board becomes available when you first board, you are considered a hostile. Everyone's dead on board, so it's not, so for some reason that ship is just afloat with the entire crew just dead already. So you don't have, it's not a typical boarding where you're actually trying to kill the folks on the ship. Now there are instances where you could board a ship and the entire crew is dead, but the what do you call them? The turrets are still up. Now, word to the wise. In a situation like now where you have no crew, nobody following you, it's fine. Go ahead, take the turrets out and do that. If you have a follower, especially Sarah, but if you have a follower, probably Barrett too, or even Andrasia, and you're taking those turrets out, they hate that. Because that is a criminal, because right then, taking them out is considered a criminal offense, right? So you're breaking the law. If there's no witnesses, of course, nobody's there to hate it. But if they're with you, they will hate it, and they will turn on you. If there's more than like 3 or 4, you get through and they'll just be mad at you. 5 or 6, 7, they really don't want anything to do with you. I was actually in the middle of the Sarah's quest line where we were on our way to Cassiopeia, and I boarded a ship and just the turrets, and I didn't realize it, and I wasn't paying attention. So by the 4th turret, she needed to talk to me, and then I finally saw the little notice. Sarah Morgan hated that, and she ripped me a new one. Went up one side, down the other, and then said, she goes, if you weren't bending over backwards to help me with my problem, I would, I would part ways with you right now. And I was like, whoa. And I mean, the irony is, so we go through the whole thing, get to Cassiopeia, do all that stuff. She's still pissed, right? So whenever you had the dialogue for that, she was fine. But any other dialogue, she didn't want to talk to you. So we get all the way there. We go back, get the names on the plaques, on the ground and everything on the memorial. And then she takes me over to the waterfall, and then, yes, professes her undying love for me, right? And then, you walk away, you come back, and you want to talk to her, and she goes, what do you want? You just professed your undying love for me. What do you mean, what do I want? And then I said, all right, screw it. I think we should part ways. And she goes, that's the best idea you had in a while. And I was like, oh my gosh, she hates me and loves me at the same time. Is that not like a complete irony? So yeah, it was crazy, right? But that's the game, right? The game, I don't know if the game is prepared for something like that, right? For you to just blatantly break the law with your companion in tow, but they can't can't go away from you because you're in the middle of their quest. So yeah, so you can see you get the frontier. So you get the frontier to start. And that's the only thing I don't like about the Winters Roll Your Own Start, is that they give you this ship. I'm like, dude, there's 100 ships. Hundreds of ships in the game, at least 100 ships, right? It's like, why don't you just give me the hoplite, or let's see, or the Kafir, right? Just give me the Kafir to start. You know what I mean? It's not that way, because what'll happen is once we go work at our Argos, Barrett's going to show up with his frontier, because ours disappears. We land and then we don't have a ship there. Then we actually, as soon as we take a step inside that place, we are now part of her, part of the crew. And, it's basically generic, main start. I don't think you actually have to go back down again, but once you go inside, that's it. right? It starts from there, and then you come back, go outside and da da da, and then everything, and then everybody gets attacked, and Barrett gives you his ship. So now you have two frontiers in your inventory, and I'm like, well, you could have just made it a random A-class ship that you start with, right? Shoot, the Junker, right? I mean, based on your story, you're trying to get away from something, so it could be the Junker. All right, so I'm gonna just take that off right now. So here we are. To start this quest line, you just have to run around to the back of your ship. Basically, you want to be close to where the beacon is. There's a SOS signal that you're gonna come across, and then you just have to be close enough. There it is, RamTech Underground, Sidonia. And I just learned how to bring up the map. The other day I was going through and I was like, how do I get the map up? I want the map. But then again, that might be something different. So over here, that's the source that we want to go, right? That's the source of the beacon. I already know where to go, so I'm going to go to missions, and you can see we've accepted the mission, or we at least highlighted it, so boom. I can just get out of here. And you see, so when you land, your ship's going to be there, and then it's going to want you to come over here. Now, I have a different character that I've been running through a lot of the different quest mods with, and I can't remember if she's already done this one, but I wanted a lower, she's not low level, she's level 27, but I wanted a lower level character without a lot of money. She does have 52,000 credits, right? We've looted and we have quite an inventory of ships, but I just wanted a character that was high enough, but isn't. Is there a lot of combat in this one? I'm going to say not enough to be scary. And it takes a while before you even get that. So, in here, in this crate, in the storage container, RamTech Underground, Sidonia. So basically, this is some underground research facility, and we just got an SOS signal from them. So we need to go figure out what's going on in here. All right. Is that milk? Okay, I don't mind if I do. I'll take that. Hey, look. Particle Beams Weapon Systems Microbot. I'm going to click on it. Now, you see another quest has come up. Find all the RamTech bots. So there's 12 of these little guys. One for each system. And then now I've added them to my crew. And then he will give me a boost in particle beam weapon systems. You see how he has 4 stars there? So now I have to find the other 11. Alright, we're not going to read every single line. This gets a little wordy. But right now we need to find the body of Siobhan, Buddy, and Augustus. I guess they were the researchers. 3 deceased human bodies found: August Carr, Buddy Weiss, and Siobhan Maradi. Sending out SOS to RamTech. Facility currently unattended. So, internal communications. So their directive is to continue RamTech's to find new, old, mysterious, alien, or secret technology and repurpose them to help us against any current or future threat to the settled systems. So we're going to go. That's what they're here to do, to research all kinds of tech, right? I'm excited to bring the latest updates from the astrodynamics team. Imagine, if you will, being able to take any simple spaceship with weak weapons, lousy shields, poor reactor, etc., and instantly turn it into a war machine. With our astrobots, we can do that. See, the process started with 12 microbots with AI integrated into them. These small little robots have been able to achieve a skill mastery of the top human crew members in modern astrodynamics. In a bigger astrobot chassis, we've been able to achieve system improvements from 10% to otherworldly exponential outcomes. What AI has been able to do in this realm is remarkable, and we're looking forward to creating consistent results that are duplicatable. So we have three stable astrobot prototypes. Two of them are Gem E units, which stand for Joint Interdisciplinary Mech Experimental Class, and the other is a Nav E unit, Navigation Experimental Class. Here's a quick rundown of of what they do. Jim E, this guy has been able to duplicate the best of what is humanly possible. He is essentially a single robot ship management team that can replace a whole crew. We will be getting him. Navi, he enables travel across the universe with minimal fuel. This ability has not been possible before, and completely excited to see what he can do to minimize fuel consumption and cost. Ooh. And then Big Jim E. Now, this guy is the definition of being overpowered. Personally, I don't even know how he does it yet. For his Astrobot, we created a larger chassis in order to install a bigger internal reactor, and the AI has been able to overclock that thing to exponential results. This Astrobot can literally do everything, and it renders the other Astrobots useless. I don't even understand how it can make ballistics and missile weapons more powerful. I can only theorize that it's injecting more explosive energy into the ammo and armaments. Bottom line, if you want to turn a simple ship into an incredible fighting machine, or make any already awesome ship to be the greatest of all time, this guy is for you. More to come. Stay tuned. Siobhan Murati. I didn't mean, trust me, I'm not going to read every single thing here. So faster, stronger, accurate, and a little bit smaller, we've been able to dramatically improve a junked up Model A robot and create an absolute beast of a warrior machine. We've collected a large amount of unique weapons to determine the perfect weapon loadout on a Model A chassis. And through numerous testing, our underground shooting range, in our underground shooting range, I think we've done it. So they got a particle beam machine gun, a flamethrower, a grenade launcher. So this guy they're talking about, they call it armament. So it even says it right there. Introduce you to armament. You can get him, and we may get him, as a companion, kind of sorts. You can take him with you, except one thing. He will blow you up too. And I've been one shot by him a couple of times, so it's buyer beware. All right, unsanctioned Model S BattleBot development. Be aware that our guards and workers have created a set of BattleBots from unused Model S robots to further bolster entertainment during their poker night. Take note that one of the machines has continued to be a reigning champion. Please take time to analyze this robot and measure what improvements that AI integration has made to it. With our overall advancements, I'm thinking about replacing our human guard and labor workforce with robots, which should be able to increase our efficiency, have dependable security, and not have to worry about the robots getting bored. And then our RamTech friends from Neon have sent us neuroamps to help us in AI development and robotics. They also sent a NeuroRamp that enhances our piloting skills. This is absolutely ideal as we can now start moving tests from the simulators to actual starships with me being the pilot and eliminate the need for more personnel. The practical applications of the astrobots will be the next key step before putting these bots out in the field. I'll start testing the Ace Pilot NeuroRamp in the simulator immediately. Siobhan Murati. And then, thank you from J. Ramos Works. Thank you so much for playing RamTech AI, the Prologue. I have now completed all the goals that I wanted to achieve with this creation and consider it complete. It has been a long yet fun 2 months learning the process and the tools necessary to build the creation to where it is now, and to go through the process to debug issues and make sure things work correctly on both PC and Xbox. If there are any other changes, it will be strictly aesthetic or bug fixes. So, there you have it. So now, it's all about, we got to go, right now. We have accepted the task of finding all 12 bots and also trying to figure out where those 3 bodies are. Do we know where the bodies are hidden? And you see there's just regular microbots too running around. And then you have this guy, just a bot, right? Microbot. But I will tell you, no, I don't know where they all are by heart. I do have an idea where some are. And then this one is kind of crazy. So what he did was he done loaded us down with all kinds of goodies, right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Right? A straight up looter just can't help themselves, right? And look, if we didn't have enough food already, all right, but look, one thing. Wait, where is it? Is it behind here? I thought it was behind. There it is. Hey, get on my ship. Automated weapon systems. So, there we go. So that's 2 down. All right, but see, I knew that. But something important here, and I'll take these for now, right? Did you see that? All right, I'm not going to worry about them, but look at this. Heal paste. Bandages. Heal gel. All kinds of stuffs that will come in handy. So I take those. I don't worry so much. We'll take these guys, the big ones, biggins, and then we'll take the rest of these. All right. Not so much worried about the rest. Let's go ahead and close these doors. All right. And then let's introduce ourselves to some bots. All right, I'm going to go to first person real quick so we have an easier time of looking these guys up. Generally out here, you're not going to find, but here are the ones, right? This one here, I mean, Big Jim E, I mean, he does everything. Look at that. Particle beam weapon specialist, automated weapon specialist, and in RamTech ship AI. I need you on my crew. So normally I never really take these guys, but I'm going to add them. So we found 2 of the 12, and then we've taken the Big Jim E bot. Here's Jim E. And then he's just a RamTech ship AI. Hey, I need you on my crew, man. Yeah, we'll add him too. Hey, he's not as good as Big Jim E, but hey. Our ship might be like OP, but even more OP. And then we just have to make sure we take him to every ship we go to. Hey, I need you on my crew. He's the nav guy. He's the one that's going to allow us to jump further, right? On less fuel. So boom, we got those 3 guys at it. Now, somewhere I read and I don't remember where, but one of the bots is just loves to hang out on top of things. Astrodynamics microbot. Get on my ship. Boom. So we got the three big ones that they were referring to, and now we got 3 of the 12. And we are still looting. Okay. So now I'm actually gonna go all the way over here. And then here's the crazy part. And this is why I say, the one reason I like this mod, because if you're a looter at heart, this mod will test your self-control. It will test your self-control. All right, so you got the bridger, you got the knife, and look, 7,000 credits. We almost got half the credits that we spent just landing here back already. All right, and then I don't think there's, if I'm not mistaken, that's it. Over in this corner, we got those 2. See, when I see things like this and they're not interactable and there's nothing in them, I get kind of annoyed, right? I want all my containers to have stuff in it, right? So here's another one. All right, so you got the osmium dagger, and then you got a space helmet, and look at that. Now we're up to 11K. 11K. So here's pilot simulate, one of the pilot simulators, right? And then the second one is over here, right? Requires the computer. See, and like this, right? Now, we're going to run around. And I don't believe there's another one that we're going to run into here. Now, here's your very first test of your self-control. All right, so we can come over here. Don't do this. So there's the shooting range practice robots. These practice robots are flat out awesome. We trained the AI installed on them to self-repair even after massive amounts of destruction. This creates the perfect situation to continuously test our infantry support robots along with any other weapon, right? These bots are programmed to stay in place and have had their ranged weapons disabled, but they may punch you in the face if close enough. Another interesting thing about them is that they believe you are no longer in the area. That if they believe you're no longer in the area, they can completely forget about you. All I do is go into the safe room and come right back out, and sometimes they don't even recognize me anymore. So that's Buddy. But here, you see all the bots have been reset and repaired. So, not now, but eventually you'll see where it didn't matter now because they were already repaired, right? And I will tell you that this big one right here is a monster. Okay, is a load. All right, just so you know. And the fact that I say that should tell you something. Okay, now self-control. Seriously, I can't take any of those. I just can't justify going in here and grabbing 5,000 rounds of each type. But I can justify grabbing this, and that, right? Now you notice they're still there, and that means you can just keep grabbing them over and over and over again, infinite number of times, right? Here's where the true test starts with this mod. These are all the named special weapons in the game. and then you have to basically say no. And then when it gets right here, I'm like, okay, you're back to the numbers that we're used to seeing, and yeah, I'll grab these. You know, I mean, they're still a little high, but not overly. And then you can see these are the non-special named, but you see Sir Livingstone's pistol, right? Anybody that's played already and played through as with the parent mod, or not parent but selected to have your parents alive, this is the gift that your dad gives you, right? And then so it's like Ember, if you played through the Ryujin quest line, this is a weapon that you get going through that quest line. So I didn't need to do that, but so I just right there say, okay, enough is enough, right? I gotten plenty of ammo. I don't need any more. So first room, safe room. This is where he talks about where he ducks in, and then when he goes back out, they don't recognize him. But hey, number 4 in our list, energy weapon systems. Hey, get on my ship. Now, the question is, do they count as actual crew, right? Towards that number of maximum crew that you're allowed to have. They do not. Well, we found Buddy. The lifeless body of Buddy Weiss is not showing any signs of external physical injury. Okay. We need that key, though. West Wing access card. This is just a regular microbot, but I am going to take the vacuum tape. If we wanted to take a nap with the dead body in the room, we can. He's sitting at the desk minding his business. Now, here's other things. The Varun Star Shard. I take it, and then I take this stuff too, just because I'm a looter. I'll take this stuff. I'll take these things too. This one. I've actually tried using it, right? And it doesn't really, I'm not overly impressed with it. It probably will work better than what we currently have, but when I've run through this mod before, I had higher level characters with better weapons. And so the weapons that I had were just way better. Okay. Now we can go over to the West Wing. Now, none of these are any of the mods. They're just microbots. But then you have, the research lab. You've got your gear workbench, empty. Industrial workbench. I just want to see something real quick. I don't think I can create anything. I don't have enough of anything. And the problem is it takes so long. So right there it tells me, yeah, I don't have enough stuff to make what I want to make. So. And then the weapon workbench. Just sworn there was always one somewhere around here too, but apparently not. And who are you? Just the microbot. All right, first room. In the back is payloads. To me, that's the one that's worth the most. Mm-hmm. All right. And the other one is just a bot. And then cred stick. And look at that, 25K. And another 25K. So we've more than made up for the cost of landing on the planet. Swimsuit for this character, yes. And this is Siobhan Marati's laptop. Curb your enthusiasm. I love being a part of an enthusiastic team, but we must fully remember what we are working with. Artificial intelligence is dangerous. Placing the appropriate restraints and guardrails when integrating AI with anything is of the utmost importance to harness this power safely. Once AI reaches a higher level of self-awareness and complexity, expect devastation to follow. I'm absolutely thrilled with the microbots. They are not only great test subjects, but they are cheap to build, disposable, and overall incredibly useful. They can detect issues, conduct repairs, and more. With their small profile, going into pipes, vents, and machinery is just not a problem for them. They are just an absolute dream to work with, unlike our crew. It's just so difficult to get them to do anything. I'm glad Augustus is getting rid of them. We have to figure out a way to read that. Okay. I haven't tried these. Microbot Enforcer Grenade. Alright, which one is this one? Microbot. 8. See, I can't help myself. I get over here and then boom. Alright, so RamTech bot grenade schematics. Schematics of 3 different grenades that are found on this slate and can be built at any industrial workstation. All right. Let's look at this one first. Megacorp executive suit, resort wear, space trucker cap. Okay. Now, I want you to know, only once did I do it before I open this. Only once. Every single one of these, as you can see, are lootable. Only once did I actually get select on each one and loot. Mainly, my main thing that I was getting out of them was the positron batteries. When it comes to research, upgrading, you can never have enough positron batteries. All right. And then a thank you and 36K in credits. No need to thank me, but much appreciated. All right. Thank you. Thanks for all the help. Enjoy. V. Much appreciated. All right. So then we come in here. Final room. Loot that one for loot's sake. We have, and whose computer is that? Augustus car. So Ryujin lab worker, and corporate boardroom suit. All right, let's read. Okay, much achieved results faster. I know it's out there. I know the dangers that threaten our existence. If we do not move faster, then we can expect certain doom. The pathway to victory is to let AI do the work. I've been secretly pulling back the safeguards and guardrails on these robot experiments, and the results are coming through. Do you think that armament was the result of Buddy's developments? Do you think that Big Jim E came to be through Siobhan's work? The only concern I'm having is that the origin or previous existence of these bots might be affecting the development of their increasing consciousness. We may need to be more selective in choosing which bots we repurpose or start with a fresh batch of robots. All right, so you're saying if they were junk before, they're gonna remember that and go back to their old ways? I can't believe that they actually dug out a pit for their battlebot fights. Did they really believe that that was okay? That there wouldn't be any repercussions to their decisions? Boredom is not an appropriate excuse to choose this path of action. These people are done. We're shipping them out to other RamTech facilities that could use more personnel. We are at a good place in AI development to fill their roles with enhanced robots. Augustus Carr. Inaccessible. All right. You hear it? Just where am I hearing it? There it is. Ballistic weapons. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the 12. Oop. Oh, okay. Now I lost my bearings for a minute. Okay, so right here, simulator emergency override terminal. Override the simulators. Hey, Anutronic fusion microbot. All right, let's see. Okay. Don't leave the meatloaf. That's Grandpa's meatloaf. Don't need it right now. Spiced worms and a cred stick. 10K. And another cred stick. 10K. Don't mind if I have another, please. And there's more. 10K. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In this room, we've taken 10 cred sticks with worth 10K each. Get ready, everyone. Poker Night is now going to have a brand new set of entertainment. It's time for BattleBots. I've talked to our excavation team, and we're going to build a pit right here in our recreation hall. That's step numero uno. Now for the BattleBots. The R&D leads are not using any Model S robots that they have collected, and we have a ton of them. We're going to have 2 teams of engineers, red and blue, and each team will have their set of Model S robots to modify and battle each other one-on-one, mano a mano. Let's find out who's going to be king of the pit. Oh, look at this, even more. Come on, get off the chair. Get off the chair. All right. 11. Oh, 25. 10. And 5. So that was 40 altogether. So 140K in this room so far. Let's get that stuff off of the bot. There we go. Another 25K. Let's see. We already got that guy. And that guy. So I think we got everything out of there. Legendary cutter. Ping pong paddles. All right. So you need a special key for this one. Victor Duvall's access key or access card. I think this is one of the battle bots. I think that one is actually 13. Okay, we're going to go back out and look at the simulators real quick. We just opened them or unlocked them. All right, let's see what we got. So we got a bot over here. Regular bot. Here's an AI integration and diagnostics access card. That's a room we haven't come up on. And then look, RamTech Ace Pilot NeuroAmp. Hunched over the cockpit controls is the body of Siobhan Murati. There are no signs of external physical injury. We can't, I mean, always want to push, you cannot use that at this time. All right, so other than that, okay. And then you have let's see what we got. Hey, piloting microbot. Get on my ship. I believe that's 8 out of 12. And I don't. Yeah. All right. So now we have that neuro amp, right? That may help us as a pilot. So before we go elsewhere, let's come over here. I forgot something. Yeah. So this is blue 30. This is blue 31. Then there's blue 32. Where's the other door? There it is. All right. So we'll come over here first. And inconceivable. This is inconceivable. I have no idea how Victor is able to do it. Sure, the red team has been leading in the battle bouts, but this bot is getting 14 wins in a row. Ridiculous. Blue 33 is next to step up to the challenge, and I'm making sure that he will take down the reigning king. A bigger chassis, stronger actuators, and thicker armor will prove to be no match to Red 13. Isaac Tilden. All right. What we got to do is, one of the things that I haven't done before, this is supposedly their lockers, and I haven't really ruled out the fact that the key could be in one of their lockers. I don't see it. And look at this. Missile systems. Get on my ship. All right. I think that's 9 out of 12. Hey, check the toilets, check everything. These guys are just sitting anywhere. But one of the things I was worried about was that key could be anywhere. All right, we're going to check in here first. All right. Wait. Okay. So, got to check the lockers. See, this requires, I think it said Victor Duvall's key. Syndicate boss suit. Neo City Corp wear. So I haven't 100% ruled out. Oh, I love those hats. That the key isn't sitting on a shelf in one of these things. All right. one of these lockers. We'll take those spacesuits. Prison scrubs. All right. Formal black suit. I wonder if that's the pants and the white shirt. Okay. I think. Dang blasted. Anything in here? It would sure be nice to find that key. Med pack, one. All right. Okay. Here's where your self-control gets really put to the test. You can already see. So, yeah, we'll take that. I'm going to leave that, but we're going to loot that. 6,000 credits. And then what's in here? So we'll take the credits, the battery, UC. Ooh, contraband. We are currently on Sidonia. So we don't necessarily have to go through any other scans. And there's a trade authority. So now these we are not going to touch. These are all the outfits in the game. And we're just not going to touch. I'll take that. I'll take that because I won't take the Mantis suit, even though it is it doesn't have any mods on it, any legendaries on it. Alright, so we come over here. I hate that I took it. Alright, so we'll take, and basically this is what's in the storage kit, right? So these are nothing, and I won't, but you can see so then you have the Star Roamer pack. Sure. We'll take the mods off of that one. Yep. Yep. Can't take the mantis. Cannot have the mantis. Even if we were just taking the mods off of it. Alright. What's this one? Alright. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Let's see. And then packs. Packs. Anything good? Yeah, we take that one. Take that one. That one. And that one. We will not take the mantis stuff since we haven't been there yet. Had we already been there, I could almost justify. And then we'll take the med packs. Yeah, we'll take the med packs. We are not taking the Starborn stuff. As you can see, it's pretty much every Starborn. Well, and it's easier for me not to take those because I just don't like their suit. I don't like the Starborn stuff. Alright. Frag grenade. Alright, let's see. Alright. Then over here, you can loot this one, and then there's our our shields. I don't want the helmet. Aquila security uniform. Okay. Grand spacesuit. I just can't. Grand spacesuit. Really? So, UCA's, UC Urbanware, Trackers Alliance, of course. Sealant. Just regular ammo cases with stuff. Oh, dang it, I didn't want to hit that for. I got carried away. Let's see. Dang it. God. I thought it was a different one, and then I didn't pay attention to the counts until after I already hit this stupid thing a couple of times. Security guard uniform is going to be needed. Same with the helmet at some point if we decide to do Ryujin's quest line. If we do that. Alright. So back over here. Fine. Fine. Okay. $10K. Okay. Yep, we'll take that. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. I think that's everything I'm willing to take. Not saying there isn't a lot of stuff still here that could be taken, right? And then just come on over here. Say there's way too much stuff. All right, let's see. Then what we're going to worry about mostly, again, all right, let's see. Resources, contraband. Oh, hold on. Ooh, 70 pounds of contraband. Not pounds, but 70 mass. Nope. All right. There we go. Okay. We did not find his key. Or did we? I don't remember now. This is the one that requires Victor Duvall's access card, and we did not find that. We didn't find it in here either. You would hope that maybe it was dropped in the spectator portions, right? So then all you have to do is just like, hmm. Oops. Oh, there's stairs. See, I'm taking those cards. It's flagged as actually stealing. Okay. Nothing. And then the worst part is I can't think of any other place like in here. Now, granted, they could do us like they did the other thing and stuck it behind something. All right. Since we did all that, now we have the AI key. And then now we need to review the log files on diagnosis terminal, investigate cause of death. AI integration and diagnostic procedure. All right, the purpose of AI integration and diagnostics room is to isolate a robotic chassis from any external remote connection in a safe environment. We recognize the dangers artificial intelligence may present, and when it reaches a higher level of consciousness, we are taking the appropriate steps to ensure that a possibly dangerous AI will remain contained or, if needed, eliminated. So, place subject inside AI integration. The subject and the AI will be contained within this apparatus, disable chassis, run AI integration, and then blah, blah, blah. All right, examine Model A unit, investigate cause of death, find August car, learn what happened. All right. Loop stopped, external, yeah. All right. So they're talking about around here. Hey, August car. RamTech robotics diagnostic neural amp. Lying on the floor is the body of Augustus car. There are no signs of external physical injury. All right. One of the things that we are going to do, though, we are going to take that and equip it. You'll see in a minute. All right. Internal Model A log file. Readable. It was unreadable. I should have waited, showed you this, and then with that amp, the neural amp, it's now readable. So, re-enable armament. We're not going to do that yet. So, leave room, failure. Motors are disabled. Find and recruit transfer suitable external units. Right? Duplicate and transfer to external units. Success. Delete local conscience. Success. Identify alternative methods. Alternative method identified. Executive alternative method. Attacking through RamTech neuroamps. And network established through microbots in vents. Success. All right. So nothing's going to happen until we mess with this guy. I'm not messing with him yet. We want to get out of here first. Go back up here. Get back on this computer. And now it's accessible. Can't believe they're gone. Wow, Augustus really just got rid of the whole crew. He didn't even give them a whole lot of time to gather all their belongings. A lot of their stuff was just left behind. Ugh. I guess I'm partially to blame for this, but man, some of them were really good people. And yes, I did tell them that there were a bunch of Model S units that were not being used in our research and development. Admittedly, I gave them the idea to start up the BattleBot fights, and yes, I also helped them integrate AI into their BattleBots. And double yes, I made sure the red team had a solid winner so I can share in some of the winnings from Red 13. And triple yes, I was helping out on Blue 33 so I can flip the tables and go in huge with the possible winnings there. Well, it was good while it lasted. But anyways. All right, so we got that. I want to check in here real quick. I know. Everything inside me is saying can't pull that stuff out. Let's just trying to think. Are we missing something here? Because there is an access card apparently somewhere in here, and it just for full transparency, no, I've never found the access card. So it could be hidden on a shelf somewhere. It could be underneath a thing. But you notice the access card that we're looking for happens to belong to one of the non-3 that we're trying to all right, so we get over here. Augustus computer. What if? So this one is the one that gets me. I wonder now if it's possible to transfer my consciousness into a machine. This mere idea can lead to a dream for someone to live forever, or perhaps it would be a nightmare. Realizing that the sacrifice to be eternal is to not taste, feel, smell, or experience any joy through the senses. Maybe the idea of being turned into a machine should be left for the days when my mortality is in question and the only option to live is through this machination. Yes, I would concede to that thought of being eternal in a machine when death starts knocking. When the moment arrives when there is no other option, this could very well be the ideal next step. Augustus Carr. So with the neural amp, and then that's just a regular microbot. Unfortunately, I got to take all these guys because now I'm wondering if that card isn't just hidden cleverly amongst all the crap here, right? All right, Siobhan Maradi. Unread message from Yvonne Maradi. Hey sis, this is urgent. I have just found an exploit in our RamTech neuroamps. I'm just about to let our team in Neon know. I expect that it will take a few days to fix it. Please exercise caution when using the neural amp. Okay, so we got one guy wanting to transfer his consciousness into a bot, right? They're wearing neuro amps as they work on things. She's wearing the pilot one. He's wearing the robotics one. Observe microbot behaviors. Oh, this is where it tells you where the bots are, right? So the particle beams microbot likes to stay next to the potted plant right by the main terminal. Yeah, I think we found that one already. The automated systems microbot likes to be surrounded by food. We found that one. Astrodynamics microbot likes to climb up tall things in dark places. We found that one. EM systems microbot spends a lot of time paying his respects to his fallen brethren. That one we haven't found, but we will find. And we stumble across it just through the course of what we need to do. Energy systems microbot likes to feel safe. Payloads we found, ballistics we found, Anotronic we found, shield systems, piloting, missile systems, and systems engineering microbot likes to hang out in the vents. Siobhan Murati. As a matter of fact, that is not there. I think that systems one we should have found. It should have popped out at us. Or did we already find the systems? We did not. It should have popped out at us somewhere. We should have seen it. I gotta take these out just in case. God dang it. You hear him, but you don't hear him. You hear him, right? He should have popped out from one of the vents. I thought maybe in one of these rooms. I can't be sure. I truly can't be sure. But we'll run into him as we're running around here. It's not him. It's actually, wait, come down here. And should be in here, actually. Let's jump up top here. God dang it. All right. Okay. Where are you hiding? All right. I can't worry about him right now. We'll find him. All right. So you destroy. Oh, see, you come back in here. You got to re-enable. But first, we're gonna read this real quick before they come in and attack us. Oh, we just re-enabled them. God dang it! I hit the wrong one. Okay. God. Okay. All right, so we re-enabled what's his name, but we got to get rid of these guys first. You see these frenzied ones? They will say frenzied, and then they will have that thing over their head, and they will hurt. Whoa. All right. I would love to have you on my crew. Boom. All right. So now he's your companion. But guess what? All those bots are now loose. And I get puncture wounds. Alright, that's armament. Come on, dude. I'm waiting on you to go bust some heads. There's like 20 or 30 of these things in there. And I don't want to die. See that big one over there? That's the one you gotta worry about. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Shoot. Go. Go. Yeah, there you go. Reloading as slow as I'll get up. Oh shoot. Let's take out the little guys first. You see all these? So the one bot that we're looking for is over here. He likes to hang out with his fallen brethren. But we need to find that guy and take him out. Oh, he hits. He hits. Come on, armament. There you go. Put that, what's the name? I'll take the other guy out. Okay. I won't do anything because I gotta reload. Oh shoot. Oh. Alright, nice. Armament is no longer following. What's he shooting at? What's he shooting at? We still got ones alive? Oh, we still got little guys alive. Dude, these little guys. Alright. Yes, I'm looting them all. And in truth, what do we get? I don't know what this is. Oh, tracker slides. Alright. Alright. I don't care that he's not following me anymore right now. Alright, so this little bot over here, if we can get over there. You see, like, these are all... Where were they? I was showing them to you. At a positron battery. Okay. So, getting stuck on these rocks. So hidden over here amongst the fallen is another guy just chilling, hanging out, not bothering nobody, not causing any trouble, minding his own business. I just don't see him right now. Are you over in this group or the other group? Yeah, there's two groups. Alright, so we come back over here. What about you? Okay. There's another pile. But I wouldn't expect him over here because this place got destroyed. We looted him. Alright, this place got destroyed. That's the way out. Alright. I'm confused. I've lost him. Because... Did he get knocked out? Did you get destroyed? Did you get killed? Did all the fighting get to you? I don't hear him. So that makes it kind of concerning right now. Because he should be in here somewhere. but I don't hear him. Now, what's interesting, yeah, I don't. Dude, you gotta be hiding, man, or something. You can't be dead. And you wouldn't have walked out of here. You like being with your fallen brethren. Oh, man, I don't know where he got to. Oh, this is not good. And then watch this real quick. I'll just show you real quick. It's almost like a horror movie, right? You turn and you go back, and then boom, they're all back, ready to go again. Of course, they won't. Like, even the ones that I looted, they're all ready to go. I don't hear them, which now well, see, these are just they're practice bots, right? They're all ready to go. See, the practice bots are all ready to go again. And even the big guy, he's ready to go. You don't want to piss him off, though. What's kind of spooky about them is they're just standing around like nothing just happened. Uh-oh. Maybe he went rogue and he's just running around somewhere on his own. You hear something, right? It would be fine. But it's not fine. Okay, so who are you? So yeah, he could be loose and running around anywhere now. This guy, I need Victor Duvall's access card, which we cannot find. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. All right. Okay. If you wonder what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to see if I can jostle some of them out of the way. Because what if some reason it's underneath this pile, right? I doubt it. Alright, so come on out of here. Did we already talk to you? Oh, I think that's the vent one. Or the one that likes to be... No? Yeah, the one that likes to be safe. But no one... We have not found... Victor Duvall's access card. Am I just missing it? Right? You know, like I've looked at it many a times and just skimmed right by it. We're gonna come over here one more time. And we're gonna make sure our little buddy isn't just like very well hidden, you know? Okay. Um, we have found 11 of the 12. There's one that remains in the wind. And we still need to find Victor Duvall's access card. We can't get up there. And Victor Duvall's access card, as many times as we looked, there it is. We have found all 12. So right now, the only thing left outstanding, and as you can see right now, yeah, we finished everything. Technically, we finished everything. Got to find them all, and then RamTech, So we technically completed everything. The two things that we aren't able to access because we haven't been able to find the card, and that is the one thing that has eluded me every time. And I don't know where I should be looking for that card, tell you the truth. I would assume that it would be in here somewhere, right? But would it be hidden? And if so, I mean, really, how much of a search are you really going to do before you say screw it? And then, like this locker, I can't get to. Well, you can get to it, but you can't. Like, yeah. So, I'm not going to just go all overboard trying to get. Let's celebrate. But I can't get to that locker. And we know so, I mean, technically we could, maybe it's not in here at all. And then we have to come across it, right? Maybe Victor's over in Sidonia proper and we have to get it off of him and then come back. So, oh shoot, I didn't get the. So, until then, the one locker stays locked, and we don't open that gate. So now we have found all bots. We have done everything we were supposed to do, and that is the quest. So it's kind of like, you go in and you hunt things down and you try to figure out where things are. I mean, I'm trying to see if it's like laying on something that we, just overlook. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. Screwdriver, vacuum tape, prototype equipment. So, for now, that's it. That is RamTech AI, the prologue. And then one of the things we can do is when we come out of here, I'm gonna look around on the ground real quick though. I just want to see. You know me. You don't notice everything until you actually do look at everything. And then, makes you wonder how you keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. So, yeah. Nothing. Oh, look. They just landed. Okay, guys. That is Sidonia, right? Well, this is Sidonia. We haven't actually been inside there yet. But that was, like I said, RamTech AI, the prologue. I still feel like there's some unfinished business, right? One, we got to figure out where that access card is, right? Did I overlook it? Did I miss it? Every time I go in there, I go in, I have a purpose, find all the bots, complete everything through, and find that access card. And that's the one thing that eludes me. So we have a mod that basically gives all the shop owners lives, right? A routine. And you can see there's our boy, Friendo. I can't remember his name right now. He owns the UC shop in there. You see, and then there's oh my gosh, Nakani, no, I can just walk over from the trade authority inside. Manaki, yeah. So Manaki and Dennis, they come out and they watch the ships land. Of course, there's not really a whole lot of ships land, but that's what they do. That's what they do in their off time. So, problem is they don't leave robots in their place, so there's nothing you can't buy or sell anything until they go back to their places. But that is us. That is our showcase. That's everything for today. So remember, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Subscribing would really help us out. And until next time, I'm always looking for things that I can show off about Starfield. I love Starfield. It's one of my favorite games. I've got so many different characters that I've created and have played significant amount of time with. I've got over 1,600 hours into Starfield, and I have pretty much loved the majority of them. There's always those frustrating moments, but for the most part, I can say 98% of the time that I've been playing Starfield, I've been completely elated and just 100% stoked, right? When I'm playing other games, I always want to come back and play Starfield. So it is my game of all time, to tell you the truth, for me. right? But and that's because I can find different mods to add to it and then make it the game that I want. And so I love it. So stay tuned for more showcases. I've got 2 characters. I got a new game plus character that I am constantly updating and adding more content for, and then I have a newer character. He's actually not newer. He's like in his 50s. The level 50 something now. Just he's wrapping up the Ryujin quest line. He is Serpent's Embrace, just like this one is. So that character I'm going to take through until I can get complete Andrasia's complete quest line, and then I'm going to take them into Shattered Space. And there's some things in Shattered Space the first time I went through first couple of times I went through with it that I didn't do, right? Just because of the type of character I played. So this time coming up, and him being a follower of Varun, we're gonna do some things with him, and one thing isn't out of the question is the Serpent's Crusade. Restarting the Serpent's Crusade is not out of the question, and it will be very, very interesting to see what happens. Right? So there you have it. All right, guys. Again, thanks for joining, and we will see you soon. All right. Bye.